You can build a life with someone without getting married. I know people that have been dating for a long time, but the thing about it is usually when life gets hard, they don't have to stay with you. They've never made that commitment. If you're really with someone and you're not married, when you lose your job and you can't provide, if you're the breadwinner, the girl can leave. And it's those things of actually having someone say, no, I'm choosing to go through life with you, stand by your side, and I've made that commitment to you. Because I know guys who will build a life with a girl and then they're like, but I can't make that commitment to marry her because I don't see her as that. And I'm like, wow, I think even guys who don't get married often hold so much value and weight on marriage for that reason.
I mean, you can make the public statement without getting legally married.
When it comes to a relationship, it's got to be my way. You might think, Brian, that's crazy. Look, you guys want us to lead. You want us to take the initiative. You want us to provide. Just to be clear, I'm not like some playboy that's trying to 10 different chicks. I like relationships, but like I could have a lifelong, be with this woman for the rest of my life, have kids, all that. I don't think I need marriage to have that though. If you're really about me, you're gonna be like, I love you, I don't need it.
A model and like a regular girl would get treated differently. Well, they definitely don't trust us.
Why you think they don't trust you?
They don't trust us. Because we do these videos, we around mad niggas most of the time. Just shouting us out. We always, you know what I'm saying? Like this, you know, being in that industry is very male dominated. So we, of course, be around niggas. Like, so if your man's, you know what I'm saying, a little insecure and you looking real good, you know what I'm saying? Every time you step out, he gonna be like, you know.
ain't got much on.
Yeah, he gonna. So.
I want marriage. She's being married to be looked after. She's being married to be looked after. No, she's not gonna clean. She's not gonna clean. I'm not cleaning, by the way. I'm not cleaning or cooking. She's a queen. Yeah, she's a queen. She's a queen. She is a queen. Because it's obvious. You're asking stupid questions. Guys. I know, but why don't you understand what she's saying? It's like, it's so dumb. She's going to be a princess. I want to be with a man who's a provider, who will allow me to be a housewife. I want to be a lady of leisure.
Tell me about the birthday thing you told me, please.
I wouldn't buy a man a birthday gift. No. He has me.
No, stop. I'm so sorry. You yourself, you're useless.
That, my friend, is putting it lightly. It's always the usual group guys, a clan of 2s and 3s that believe they have some sort of royal birthright to never lift a finger in their waking lives. While some call it taking the power back, we understand it for what it is. Stealing what was never theirs to begin with. After all, power and respect are two things that are never handed out like some participation trophy after a football game. They're rights that are earned, and there's no amount of shouting that a Western woman can do to deserve them. The top comments are, what does she think a housewife is? There is no hope with these women. Queen of where? I'm convinced that they sprayed something in the air in 2020. I'm so serious. This, I'm a queen, I'm a princess mentality is the ultimate red flag. Gentlemen, we're off to a nice start here. The second comment opens up the theme for this compilation perfectly. For a while, many men tried to steer the Western ship around, only to realize that feminists had already chewed up the rudder. There's no fighting it, boys. They lost utility long ago, and they have no intention of improving anytime soon. We have plenty of clips here today that make this truth abundantly clear. So, let's keep them moving.
How old are you?
22.
What you do for a living?
I work at Former Mills and
Don't laugh. What's going on? What's going on?
I got a job.
Right. Like, what's wrong with that?
It sucks to see that some simps jumped in with the braying hyenas, but what are you going to do about that? Women have made a catch-22 out of Western society. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. They want a man that works hard, but not too hard. They want a man who's loyal, but not present enough to prevent the secret carousel ride. This guy is doing better than most at his age. Every honest hustle deserves respect. Yet, these women off to the side who definitely don't have a dime to their name have the gall to insult a decent profession for a young man. And here are some of the comments. Respect to her for also putting the crowd on blast for laughing. A job is a job. Social media really did destroy this generation. I respect a man working a legitimate job any day. He 22, the fuck he's supposed to be making? Social media has fried y'all brains. Look how women defend their men, but yet men put us down any chance they get. In response to the first comment, it was a decent move for the interviewer to back the guy up, but the stats show this is like finding a needle in a haystack. For the most part, women no longer focus on their worth at all. Their 9 to 5 consists of going on social media to criticize a guy for making his way in the world, often laughing at trades that make more than the average office job. It's straight up delusional. Speaking of which, here's the next clip.
Do you want me to tell you why I broke up with him? Do you really want to know why? I saved his life, and I couldn't marry a man that I saved his life. I wanted the man that I marry to be the one that saves my life and can protect me. And I saved his life, and I just felt like there was an empowered balance.
The more you know. Wow, he was the perfect guy. But she had to save him, so he's not a good man. You guys say, why can't men embrace their feminine side and then do this? This is why.
The last part made me a bit uncomfortable, but I agree with the blue guy's argument. This is the same reason studies now show that progressive women secretly love traditional guys more than the soy boys they hustled. Deep down, the cave women instincts are there, but they're so inundated with feminist nonsense that it now acts more like a brain tumor. They're in a perpetual state of inner conflict, wanting stability but never putting in the effort to get there. I mean, seriously, this chick dumped a guy because he almost died. You can't make this stuff up, people. And the comments are, this just shows that they don't actually love you, they just need you for benefits. Women are done. She saved his life, so it's over. My wife is divorcing me after 13 years because now she makes more money than me and I'm going through health issues and I'm on meds for a heart condition. She says I have nothing to offer her anymore. LOL, this is women. Passport. Okay, that second story in the comments really got me, man. This is why the message Man Guide and other channels like ours share is more important than ever. The more men understand that going your own way is the only option, the faster we can push this radioactive cult to the side and reset. Next clip.
With my credit card, I maxed that out to $4,000.
What do you mean you max it out? Max it out or maxed it out?
I got confused with the credit debt and credit limit. So my parents got me a credit card. I ended up getting a max credit limit of $8,000. So I could spend up to $8,000. That's what that means, right? Me and my boyfriend, me and my friends, we would go out and I'd be like, oh, I'll pay for everybody. I got it. It's just a credit card. I would pay and pay and pay and pay. And then I called my mom one day and I wanted her to be proud of me. So it's just like, hey, I've got $4,000 credit on my credit card. And she's like, credit limit or credit debt? I was like, what's debt? And she's like, that's bad. I'm like, I thought that was good. And she's like, no, your credit limit at the time it was $8,000. So I was like, okay, well, the credit limit's $8,000. That's good, right? And she's like, yes, but you were $4,000 in debt. And then they were like, screw it, you're not going to pay this off in time. Give it to me. So my parents took it and they're still currently paying it off right now.
You're a fucking disappointment.
Can't read, can't count, can't cook. At least we can thank them for choosing hairstyles and other symbols to show us the red flag in advance. This is what I've been talking about the West having a generational problem when it comes to women. These parents just gave the chick a credit card and explained nothing. Is it a surprise to any of us why women are responsible for the collapse of our economy? Of course not. The top comments are, when your child's brain capacity is 2%, how are they even alive? So she's basically thought that a credit card was free money? And these people vote. I blame her parents. They should have explained to her how credit cards work before giving it to her. To play devil's advocate here, they very well might have tried to explain it to her. She's a Western woman. Cardi B was probably playing in her head the second they started breaking down the technical stuff. To answer some other comments here, she's alive because there are still a few dudes financing her poor decisions. But the wall is coming, folks. Don't you worry about that. And she will vote, and they have been voting, which explains our current predicament. Here's the next upbringing failure.
A good relationship with their parents. It's just a red flag to me.
Yes, the reverse red flag. People with trauma tend to bond with other people with similar trauma. She said don't ask me why, but I'm gonna tell her anyway. Basically, when you have this going on and you see somebody like this, what's going on in your mind is, wait a minute, the world seems like a safe place to you? I have things I need to avoid for the rest of my life. If you're not terrified of the same things as me, then this is trouble. We'll just call this trauma magnification. Just thought you might want some clarity.
Another woman doing us a favor by dressing the part. I really wouldn't be able to count the number of times women have been asked in their natural habitat what their biggest ick is, only to say that they don't like it if the man comes from a stable family environment. This guy makes solid points, but we have to acknowledge the other part of this equation. The truth is, these women don't want good parents in the picture because then they have to up their game. They desire toxicity because it gives them a deceptive advantage. The comments under this one are, misery loves company. All the women I've dated envy my family dynamic and how positive and safe it was. They always tried to reverse it on me at some point. I always hated it. Shorty, my bad for me being lucky in a stable 2-parent household. Bro, your drawing of her is on point. I have to agree with this one. This man is an artist. As for the second take, this guy is right on the money. Western women are vindictive. Deep down, they have an aversion to male happiness because they know deep down they can never achieve it. Next clip.
You married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Yes, I absolutely do. What? Yeah, I know for a fact. That's the men that I be with. So.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
No.
Yes. Those are the kind of men I attract, I be around. My resume kind of speaks for itself.
Of dicks, yeah.
Yeah, you do too. But
yeah, your roster
yes.
of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
No, but they got NBA rings.
Cause you're a side chick.
She's crazy.
Boom. My algorithm is packed with Kevin Samuels roasts, and I'm not complaining. These chicks ruin their credit, insult a man for almost dying, and get run through by a basketball team, all while expecting a high-value male with a $500K plus salary. Ladies, where do you get off? When it comes to the carousel, apparently never. This chick is so out of her mind that she'll stare at a man straight in the face and tell him that she deserves the 5-star treatment for being the apex groupie? Bro, I'm at a loss for words. So, let's find some. He was trying to save y'all, RIP to a legend. She don't want kids, she wants a paycheck. She blindly exposed that she is ran through. Imagine being that confident in being ran through. My resume speaks for itself. Girl, you not wife material. You're recreational side chick usage and that's it. Guys, you're on the right track and this has nothing to do with blindness. The fact of the matter is, these women aren't avoiding the shame. There hasn't been enough shame passed around for them to know what it is. They're proud of this. The progressive message has taught them that being a 304 is a rite of passage. Next one.
So I'm just coming out of a date and he's never gonna see me again. But he asked me a question that kind of made me go. He jokingly was like, oh, so who are these other guys that I'm in competition with? And I had to be like, other guys? No, you're in competition with me. You're competing against me because, listen, I'm great. I'm fun. I know how to do everything for myself. But what is going to make you special enough for me to want to share my life with? I think this man was like aghast because he was just like, I was being dead serious. You guys have to remember, you're great, and I think the longer I'm single, which I think is like coming on it's coming up 3 years now. There is nothing else that like I love more than myself. I'm very sure of who I am as a person. Oh, men are scared of independent women. Like, y'all should be. Like, if you are not coming in prepared and sure of yourself, then you're not game.
Just like the last, and the one before that, they never see the writing on the wall until they're close to hitting it. This chick mentioned being on the ride for 3 years, and no man has lived up to her expectations. But let's get real here. The guys she's talking about, if not fictional, left her on red the second she propped herself up as a false 10. Ain't nobody got time for that. I have no doubt she'll join the ranks of the 35-plus-year-old women crying about how the right man never came along. The top comments are, makes zero sense. Dude dodged one for sure. A solid 2 talking like this is crazy. Most men don't want to compete with their romantic partners. It's not independent women. It's the narcissistic attitude towards relationships. He made a joke and you hit him with the narcissist monologue. The guys are right again over here. We love to see it. Western women always drop a guy for a quick fleeting role with Chatter Tyrone, clawing their way to hold on to some silver of dignity by claiming the last guy they were with was a narcissist. The truth is, women don't even know what these terms mean. To them, they're magical buzzwords to use with the other singles scared everyone away. If they ever bother to pick up a dictionary, they'll realize who actually deserves such a diagnosis. Here's the next clip.
I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's and this nigga got C's.
All right, let me ask this. Would you rather have a high-profile job for no pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year?
I would clean sewers if it's more money.
Okay. Do you think most women would choose to do that?
I don't know what most women choose, but I'm talking about me.
Okay, no, I get that, but I'm saying I've interviewed hundreds of women, and most women actually would not choose the dangerous, dirty job. Is that possibly why a lot of women get paid less? Why do we have the expression, that's a man's job?
Because certain things are a man's job. Because it's like, why gotta take the trash out if there's a man in the house?
Right, so I'm just saying...
Or lift heavy things.
Well, right, is it fair to say if you want equal privileges, you need equal responsibilities?
No, I want... Why is responsibilities with equality?
Because
I'm just trying to get equal pay.
Because you gotta take the bad with the good. Why
do all the extra shit? Why can't I just have equal pay?
Don't you have to take the bad with the good?
No, you do not. We just have equality, period. You see what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, lady. He doesn't see what you mean because you make absolutely no sense whatsoever. This woman of the West would never join a trade. We've seen it all before. It was just her way of trying to get a leg up in the argument. The reality she continues to dodge is that status requires accountability, something that has become a relic in the world of modern women. I mean, she said it herself. Why should I take responsibility? Anyway, here are the comments. This should be good. She would not last 10 minutes in a sewer. She basically said she doesn't want the same responsibility as a man, but she wants to be paid just as much regardless if they do more or work harder. She is underqualified for the sewers. A very confused lady right there. Pay gap is a myth that has been debunked countless times. Yes, there is an overall difference in the amount that men as a whole get paid versus women as a whole get paid. The reasons are what have been debunked. It's not sexism or discrimination, it is choice. Yep, and it's a choice most women freely make, but refuse to admit it's the reason they stay broke. Western women don't recognize what value is, so they try to poke holes in the male argument. Too bad it's rock solid, ladies. Here's the last one.
Finely chop these. I've never used a knife like
Christina,
this.
take the knife guard off. There's the knife underneath
I was
that.
wondering why.
Surprise,
there was no
surprise. Turn your knife around. Turn your knife around. Turn your knife around.
Yeah. For a sharper cut or what?
You want to cut something with the sharp end of the knife.
You're pounding crawfish in a mortar and pestle?
I thought if you pound it, it will add more, it will bring out some flavor. No?
No.
I had no idea it'd be so hard trying to cut the avocado. And then I see this thing in the middle, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to keep that or toss them.
Always fun to end the videos with a classic. Western women run around asking for high-value men, high-value jobs, and an overall high-value lifestyle, neglecting the fact that high-value men are what make that dream a reality. The issue at hand, as this clip clearly shows, is that you have nothing to bring to the table, other than funky meals with sliced avocado pits. Honestly, I have no idea how she even managed to do that. The comments are, how does she cut through an avocado? Now I understand why there are instructions on the shampoo bottles. This thing in the middle, that's the seed. I want to apologize to every company who put the most obvious thing on the labels. I am sorry I judged you. Imagine if Gordon Ramsay was on this show. That would definitely be a sight to see. Anyway, this concludes this episode of Women in the West Are Beyond Help. They want all the bells and whistles that come with a successful relationship, but they lack the tools to make that happen. Apparently, in light of what we've just witnessed, it's not like tools would make any difference. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.